Zach from AccuScore, do you have any opinions on the Mississippi LSU game? LSU is about a 16.5 point favorite.
I think there's a better way to spend 4 hours of my time.
Cool. Justin Seven, do you have anything to say about this game?
Yes, I do. LSU is definitely a public team. They're 9-1. 4 of those wins were by less than a touchdown. I made the fair line, LSU minus 12.5, so I think Mississippi's the right side.
Okay, great.
Wait a second. We actually agree. We actually have LSU as a 12-point favorite in this game. If we had to put a client recommendation in it, we would make Mississippi the pick because our line simulates at 12. So finally, we agree.
Right, and that is interesting. I remember earlier in the year we were talking about LSU as a home favorite, and Dr. Bob pointed out how bad LSU has been just in general for a long time as a home favorite. So, yeah, this might be a lot of points that they're giving up. Any other picks or leans that you have from the rest of the card that you'd like to share with us? Zach Rosenfield from AccuScore.com. What do you have for us?
Yeah, we have two. One's a total and one is a side. We really like the Florida State-Maryland game to go over the 52 projected points. You know, we're 6-3 this year in games involving Florida State in totals, 5-2. And 2 ties with Maryland. Ironically enough, we would actually be 6-2 if Christian Ponder didn't fumble that ball against NC State. You are what your record is, but I do want to put a little asterisk next to that because I think the process was right, at least in that pick, even though it didn't result in a win. We're 21-16 in the ACC totals this year, which is an encouraging number. I really like the trends that AccuScore has had with these two teams involved. And from a side, we like Kansas State on the road. To beat Colorado, laying the 2.5. I look at our numbers. We're a combined 13-5 against the spread when these two teams play. Purely as a trend play, Colorado's a very tough team to figure out. Kansas State is grinding out ball control. I think 2.5 points is a fair number to lay.
And Justin Seven, does your model have any plays or strong leans this week?
No, it doesn't. And usually, the further the season progresses, the fewer plays it has. There's typically 4 periods in a season. There's the first quarter when you really can't bet anything, at least on stats. Mm-hmm. There's this second quarter, and that's when you find the biggest values, when people are still using last year's perceptions, but your stat models will really find value. The third quarter has less as people catch up, and the fourth quarter often has the least value, sometimes no plays for me, as the whole world can see these teams play a lot and figure out things.
Right. I think it has the least value for people who use your approach, who skin the cat the way you skin the cat, which is a purely statistical way. I mean, there's certainly other ways, other approaches that you could have that some people would find more value in the later parts of the season, wouldn't you say?
Oh, certainly. There are people much smarter than me out there making much more than I do with this.
All right. Well, thanks, guys, once again for the great analysis and insight. Zach Rosenfield from AccuScore.com and SBR moderator Justin Seven.